New one.
And that's the good one, yeah.
Do you know how much I'm gonna do? Am I gonna fill up this whole syringe? Yeah, this is a pretty small syringe. We're gonna fill this one up pretty much.
I don't want my child to be in pain for the rest of his life. That, as a mom, is unbearable to think that your child is in for a lifetime of pain and fractures and deformity. And I can't stop. I'll do anything I can to change his future.
Awesome. You wanna push?
You can do it automatic.
It is.
Our son has a rare disease called McCune Albright syndrome, and it's pretty tough to find healthcare workers who know much about it. You know, even the physicians who have seen a lot of patients with this disease have seen one or two. And when you've seen one or two, obviously there's variations within a disease, and you know, the limited amount of experience limits the ability to treat it well.
Oh, we're gonna go to walk.
Does the bear like it in the hospital?
Yes.
One of the challenges with fibrous dysplasia is that it's a genetic disease, but it's not a genetic disease you inherit from your parents. So there's a huge spectrum of disease, from very mild, maybe affecting one bone, and patients may not even know they have it, to affecting the entire skeleton and having endocrine dysfunction as well. And in those cases, the outcome can be very severe and sometimes even early death.
I was born in 1976. At 20 months, I broke my femur bone. And I broke my femur bone just walking. I was in a pet store with my father, and I just slipped on some water. And, you know, your femur bone is the hardest bone to break in the body.
With such a rare disease, you can imagine, you know, being an adolescent or a teen or an adult, you know, who has this disease that may or may not be visible, that very few people in their community understand. There's a point where the government funding drops off, and there's a point where the patient community has to pick up, and where the general public, you know, has to, through, you know, charitable donations, has to kick in to get it to that final stage where finally the therapeutic developers, the, you know, pharmaceutical companies, the biotechs will start to invest in the disease. And what this community is doing right now is trying to get over that finish line, trying to push past that, you know, this final kind of stretch of unfunded research, so that we can ultimately partner with a pharmaceutical company to bring a therapy to this patient community that has just truly unacceptable options.
Are we ready?
The Fibrous Dysplasia Foundation is somewhere that families can turn to, that we can turn to meet other people with this condition. We know that, you know, at some point Liam's not going to walk any longer, and it's just at what point, you know, is there something out there that someone can develop to slow the progression of his tumors, to, you know, stop them from getting so big out of control. The Fibrous Dysplasia Foundation is how we're going to get treatments and cures for this disease.
Why shouldn't we give money to help a little boy like Liam, who is 4 years old, you know, have a better life and maybe can just run on the playground by himself? Or, you know, me just walking down the street, I could break a bone at any moment. But because I don't have the popular disease, that doesn't mean that, you know, that there shouldn't be research for us. There should be research for everybody.
We can win. We really can make, you know, we can advance the research so that a therapy is going to be a reality in our lifetimes. And you know, I just encourage everyone to join now, start now.
You say I
I
have
have
McCune
McCune
Albright's
Albright
syndrome.
syndrome.
Say, will you help us?
Will you help us,
Please?
please?
And then can I get a kiss? Mwah. Aw, so where are you going to now?
Maybe the baby